In this video, WWE 2K23, Myfaction. Buckle up, you're not riding with 2K Pun. So in this showcase, 2K Pun Showcase Series, episode number 4, we're going to take a look at Amethyst reward YIM. So in order to qualify for the challenge, you have to open Night of Champions packs and pull Indie Hartwell. So go look at a Nightmare of Champions packs. I call it Nightmare of Champions because it's just so expensive and you're going to get so many duplicates trying to get these cards. So Indie Hartwell is a Sapphire in the set. And this is the card you're going to need to pull. So Indie Hartwell from Night of Champions. She's a Sapphire. So if we go into the pack odds, for a basic pack, Sapphires are 64%. And in the deluxe packs, Sapphires are only 37%. So in this instance, it'll benefit you to open basics. And basics are only 11,900 Myfaction points or 11,000 BC. Whereas the deluxes are 17,500 Myfaction points and 15,000 BC. So do we have any, like we did with the Eddie Guerrero showcase? We're going to look. There's one pack you can get here. If you didn't do this, this is a basic Night of Champions pack. So I would highly recommend going for this pack right here, and hopefully you could pull Indie Hartwell or Chad Gable if you didn't get them, because Chad Gable is also a qualifying card for this Amethyst Eddie Guerrero. So you have two cards they want you to pull from Night of Champions promo packs, which are extremely expensive if you grind it with Myfaction points, and also if you spend NBC on it. So is this YIM worth getting? Because we did get another YIM from the DLC. So I believe it's the OC. So let me just go take a quick look at her real quick. She's going to be a Sapphire. Here she goes. So let's take a look. Let's upgrade her badges. So we're going to take a look at both of these cards and see if there's a big difference. Let's give a contract. Okay. So this YIM. She's going to have pretty much similar attributes to the Amethyst, but just lower. So the Amethyst does have higher attributes. Right, 94 finisher, 89. But she also has technical submission offense is only a 44. Her aerial range is a 99. Her arm power is a 77. And her leg power is a 66. So that's pretty low. But remember, all these attributes could be increased with a manager. Just pick a manager to increase the attributes you choose that they increase, and have that manager manage your faction, right? So she has 99 agility, 94 stamina. And she has an 89 pin escape, very high pin escape. A lot of cards being released lately have low pin escape, so she has high. She has 89 movement speed. So she has decent attributes. Now her badge, she has Thin Like a Bee, Heavy Handed, Slippery Eel, Rage on tier 3, Second Win on tier 1. Now look at Rage and look at Second Win. So those two go kind of hand in hand the way Thin Like a Bee and Heavy Handed go hand in hand. So she has two combos of badges that are pretty good, because what Rage and Second Win do, let's say you're playing Proving Grounds, right? When you play Proving Grounds, a lot of times the CPU will be dominating you. You won't be able to hit your reversals, you'll be getting stunned, you'll just be laying there. When the CPU is dominating you like that and beating you down, you'll enter Rage with a Second Win, and she'll pop up like a Pop-Tart, like she never got hit. And you can just start attacking. So it's almost like a resiliency kind of, but not really. It's just something a little different because it pertains to the badges. So Rage and Second Win, even though Second Win's on tier 1, she still has it. So it's going to activate. And so is Rage on tier 3, which is second to highest tier. Tier 4 being the highest. So when you're playing Proving Grounds and you're getting beat down, if you enter Rage and Second Win, if those badges activate, you'll be able to pop up. She'll be like my Pop-Tart with rainbow sprinkles on it. You know what I mean? My vanilla Pop-Tart with rainbow sprinkles on it. Now, her Sapphire from the DLC only has Still Not Gonna Be Heavy-Handed on Tier 3, but she has Merciless Opportunist on Tier 1. The Amethyst does not have Merciless Opportunist. But I do like this card. Striking with this card was very overpowered. This is a really good card. This card can make anybody's faction. Is there much of a difference besides the attributes between this Sapphire and this Amethyst? Well, there is. The Amethyst is higher, but can we feel it when we actually fight? Right? So we're going to sub out to avoid any confusion. And we'll just put anybody in there. We'll put, let's put Liv Morgan. Let me transfer her out. We'll go Carmella, right? Alright, so let's start a Faction Wars match and let's test her out. So it does not having Merciless Opportunity is going to make this card feel any different. Being that it was only Tier 1 on the Sapphire card, she doesn't have that at all. But she has other badges to substitute. That second win in Rage, I think is definitely going to be overpowered when you're playing Proving Grounds. Well, if you're playing somebody online, I mean, I know it's hard to get female online matches, but she'll definitely pop up when they beat you down. And that's something that's going to be key. I should take a little beating and see how that activates. So let me take a little beating. Let me see. I'm going to take a beating in the beginning. I'm going to see if I can activate those badges. Rage is activated, okay. Now what does that do? That second one is activated. She's stunned. So that means if she's stunned, do they not activate? Interesting. I'm gonna let so Slippery Heels activated. That's gonna help me kick out of pins, right? I'm gonna let Lacey beat me down a little bit. I'm gonna go back into that. So I'm gonna bring some help a little bit. So I'm gonna beat her down. So she has great striking animations. She do like light strike, heavy strike, like this combo. I could do light strike, heavy strike, grapple, like this combo. And I could do light strike, grapple. She don't reverse. Light strike, grapple. So she definitely stuns her opponent super quickly, almost like Shadow Legend. But she's definitely overpowered in the striking department. Stun, you're gonna be able to build her special extremely quickly.
And she dodged that one nicely.
Reversal prompts. I hit that and we didn't catch. Okay.
Lands harder.
We'll get back into business.
You can see the marks forming already. Reciprocating the
So this Lacey Evans is a good card. She's not no bronze card. So I'm fighting a decent card. Let's check off the top rope. Light attack. Woo! Wow. Let's go. That was a light attack off the top rope. Great animation there. Come on. I'm hitting these reversals there. Back to business.
Nicely done with the head scissors.
So let's get out of her corner because we're going to get a cheesy tag. I'm already worked too much on her. So put her into our corner. So we have a special signature, right? So let's go check out. Well, first of all, her max actions are that of a striker, 25 light or heavy strikes, land 10 light attacks, damage the opponent's head red, crowd taunt, opponent taunt, signature, finisher, right? So her signatures, let's take a quick look. She has the HBIC combo. That's a standing front grapple when you do the finisher there. And then she has package power driver where you have to hold down the light attack with the R2 at the right bottom bumper. So we'll look at her finisher when we get there. So right now we're focusing on her signatures.
And finds a counter.
There's a backup in there.
You can't take much more of this.
Alright, so basically, once we get back to business, we'll do a signature, right? So we'll do a standing signature. It's done, we'll take. Now you're gonna have to get in pretty close to do her standing signature, as close enough as you can, like if you're gonna piss her, because that's how close you gotta get. Now, if you're not close enough, you'll be missing it. You'll be winging it, and that'll give them opportunity to reverse you, or simply just strike you because you missed, and now you're open, so they're gonna strike you. So you gotta be careful with that. If you're going in for the signature, make sure they're stunned, and you gotta get in really close, literally right in front. It won't even work if you do it from the side. So now we got her finisher. We got two finishers. So let's take a look at her options. So she has Lost in the Woods, that's a standing front, and then she has Protect Your Neck, that's a grounded upper body. It says pin combo. So ringside, she also does Lost in the Woods and Protect Your Neck. But Protect Your Neck, ringside, she could do it standing up, but in the ring, you have to do it when the opponent is grounded. Okay. So let's stun her again. Again, no reversal. So. So right here, we'll do her first standing grapple finisher, and then we'll give her grounded grapple finisher a shot.
Aggravating her competition at this point.
She has special abilities. She can walk through ropes, clearly. If you just saw that. Wow. Alright. Alright, let's go. Come on. I'm just going to try to do it without her being stunned. I shouldn't have done that because now she's reversing. That's why you should always stun your opponent before you go for a finish or shoulders. Especially against a car like Lacey Evans, which is a really good car. Just done, huh? That's done. Now we go for the finish. The HBIC. Now we don't have anything else, so we just build up our signature real quick. We should do it fast because she does that. Reversal prop. Come in on the business. Come on, let's just take over until we get our win back. And we're back. Okay. So now I want to get on the ground. Let me see. Moves. We're going to try Protect Your Neck, right? That's the finisher. So we're going to R2 and hold X. Okay, you look on. First you have to be face up. Like, what's going on? I'm going to stun. I'm not even going to try to lose myself. I didn't even get the signature either. Good. Now we got it. Okay. We have a finisher. I want to do back out. Oh my goodness. Forget about it.
Able to sidestep it. Up and down. What a slam.
Get it back in the ring. Okay, let's try this out again. We're going to stun her. Then we're going to go for the grounded finisher.
Mia's got her right where she wants her.
I should be on the side.
Fantastic. She looks hell-bent on finishing things right now.
Try it again.
Mia Yim, the HBIC, looking to finish the job.
Should be alright.
Protect your neck.
Will that clinch things for Mia?
So I didn't go for the pin, but so let's see what other signature she has, because we didn't do one. The package power driver. Okay. We have a signature. This is the package power driver.
Right. Package pile driver. Looking for a high risk.
So we'll do a heavy attack from the top rope. Boom! I love for off the top rope moves. Let's go check out her light again. Her light attack. She missed it. It's alright. Now she doesn't have Sting like a beat. Everybody that's you saw my video about Sting like a beat, and you already know. So right here, I'm gonna stun her. I'm gonna perform a finisher. She has resiliency, so she's gonna kick out of this. We're gonna do a submission, right? She does not have Sting like a beat. But we perform enough finishers and signatures to get the win. She uses resiliency, that's fine. Get some backup in so she doesn't tag out. Now I'm going to do one more finisher and then I'm going to go for another submission. We're not trying to win the match fast, I'm just playing with the cards. I can show you everything she's capable of doing. And we'll take a shot with no stun, and she's going to... Oh, okay. So right here, I should be able to submit her. So that's why I tell you Sting like a beat doesn't matter. If you do 2 finishers and 2 signatures and you start going for submissions after that, and they don't tag out, you're going to get your submission quickly with Sting like a beat, with or without Sting like a beat. Sting like a beat's been deactivated. Go see my other video. That's just Sting like a beat. I mean, not Sting like a beat, excuse me. Space Invader. Space Invader. I'm sorry, guys. Space Invader has been deactivated. That's what I'm talking about. Because I can submit opponents fast with any wrestler. Even the ones that have Space Invader, I still will have to perform 2 signatures and then 2 finishes, and then go for the submission. They'll do resiliency. Do another finisher or signature, then go for a submission again, then I'll get it. Every wrestler with Space Invader or without Space Invader can do that. I said Sting like a beat before, I didn't mean that. Sting like a beat is a striking match. Space Invader is the submission match, okay? When the patch came, that they did a patch for the submission glitch, it overrode the Space Invader. You cannot argue with me. I don't care what the screen is saying. If a card has Space Invader and it's saying it's activated what? You're not winning the matches when it gets activated. So technically, it's not activating. If it activates, you should win the match on the submission, unless your opponent has resilience. Okay? So just keep that in mind. You could use any card you want, as long as you perform 2 finishers and 2 submissions on that opponent and they don't tag out. Start going for submissions. Preferably head, not so much limb submissions, but like head submissions or torso, because that's the thing that's going to be the most red. Go for those submissions. If they use resiliency, they will, fine. That's why cards with Wet Blanket in the near future are going to be very helpful, because Wet Blanket, you diminish their special and finisher stock, and they can't use that to perform resiliency on. So very, very, very good thing to keep in mind. Any card could do submissions. Every card plays like it has Space Invader. Once you do 2 finishes and 2 submissions on your opponent, that's why Sting like a beat and Heavy Handed are so important, because they help you get your signatures faster. Hit your signature, you'll get a finisher. Boom, hit your finisher. You get another signature. You can also save your signature, hit your finisher first, use your signature, and then hit another. When you use that signature, you'll get an instant finisher, and then use that finisher. You can do 3 things, like 2 finishers and 1 signature in like a matter of like 10 seconds. As long as you have your opponent stunned and they don't reverse you, and you build your finisher meter and use that first, and then use a special, and then when you use that special, you'll get another finisher. So you go for a submission, they're going to use resiliency, build up another signature or finisher, and then you can just perform that, and then after that, as soon as you hit that, go for the submission. Alright? And every card will perform like it has Space Invader, the way Space Invader was meant to perform. I'm telling you, the patch, if you telling me Space Invader still exists and it works, then why are you not winning matches in 30 seconds? Because that's what Space Invader was supposed to help you do. And you're not. So it doesn't work anymore. I'm sorry. There was no way they could override submissions and not patch Space Invader on top of it. You can't erase A from the code and leave A in the code. If you understand what I'm saying, if you ever program codes, you would know you can't do that. They will have to release something else to make Space Invader work again, another patch. But they won't do that because they're going to be scared that regular submissions are going to be cheesy again, and here we go back to square one with the glitches. So Space Invader had to take the hit. There's no way you can argue with me, because last year and this year when Space Invader was activated, you won the match as long as they didn't have resiliency. You won the match whether they were stunned or not. And that's not happening after the patch. So there's no way they could patch A and leave A in the game. You understand what I'm saying? If you write codes, you know how that goes. And if they did that, this would have broke the game in so many different angles. It was too risky. So what they did was they said, let's just patch the submissions and let them get submissions after they perform a certain amount of finishers and signatures. Right? Because I could weaken my opponent. I could do regular grapples, regular strikes. That's not really weakening them. How you really weaken the opponents? Performing your signature moves and your finisher moves. Once you perform, what happens when you go for a pin after you perform your first submission in a match? Let's say I start the match, right? Eddie Guerrero, Amethyst Eddie Guerrero, has Robert Rouser on tier 4, I believe, right? Let's go take a quick look. Yep. So I perform one taunt, I get an instant finisher. So right from the match starts, I'll perform a finisher, I'll perform a taunt, I'll get the finisher, I hit the finisher, I go for the pin. Am I going to win? No. The CPU is going to kick out. But if I perform 2 signatures and 2 finishers, am I going to win? Yes. But by that time, they're going to have resiliency, because when you perform all those finishers and signatures, the CPU builds resiliency, right? Because they're special, and their finisher meter will be up. So they'll use that to get out of the submission, to reverse the submission. You with me? So if they use that to reverse the submission and then you perform another finisher, they're already done. They had to use resiliency. So they're already done. So now if you perform another finisher special and go for another submission right there, they won't have resiliency. So you'll be able to finish the match. So if you're fighting, perform two specials, perform 2 finishers, go for the submission. They're going to use resiliency. Perform one more signature or one more special, whichever one you get first. As soon as you land there, go for another submission. And you're going to see how fast that submission meter moves. The speed that submission meter moves, that's what Space Invader was supposed to do. It doesn't do it no more. The minute I go in a match with somebody that has Space Invader, I go for submission, the meter hardly moves. You tap the button till your finger falls off. And that meter is not going to move to win by submission. It only moves when you perform 2 signatures and 2 specials. If you perform 3 of any of those combos, it'll move faster, but you won't win the match. It's got to be 2 and 2, or you can perform 3 finishers and 1 special, but you got to hit signatures and specials, whatever combo you use, you got to hit it minimum 4 times. Minimum 4 times will gain them resiliency, so that means you have to hit it a 5th time. Once you hit your signature or special the 5th time, you go for the submission, match is over. You will press the button 3 or 4 times and they're already tapping out. I just did it right in your face. And if you watch my video on Space Invader and you watch you watch that video on Space Invader, you will get what I'm saying. I proved it 3 times in your face how Space Invader is. I'm not saying Space Invader doesn't work, but every card can do this, even those without Space Invader. So Space Invader is what now? Is nothing. Is nothing. I don't care if the screen says Space Invader activated, because if it's telling you that, you should be tapping them out. That if you're saying that Space Invader is activated, it's programmed to say it because the card has it, and the card was programmed for it to say it. It's popping up on the screen, but it's not popping up in the game play. You guys have to really wake up and know what's going on. And no other content creators talking about this. Nobody has no explanation. No, 2K has not released a statement. You understand? They had to override the Space Invader badge in order to implement the submission glitch. It's just what it is. You can't take something out of the game and leave it in the game at the same time. It doesn't work like that. And if you guys ever program anything in a computer, you would know. I'm not a computer genius, but I've programmed some stuff and I understand. You can't take something out and leave it in. You can't. And what did they patch? The submissions. What does Space Invader do? Increase the power of your submissions. It no longer holds weight because these cards do not have Space Invader, and I submit them just as fast as cards with Space Invader. Just as fast. There's no difference. Cards with Space Invader do not submit my opponents faster than cards without Space Invader. I use a method. I use 2 finishers, 2 specials, perform a submission. They're going to use resiliency. They waste it. Then I go perform another signature or another special, whichever one comes first, whichever one I build first. I hit that. As soon as I hit that, I go for the submission. Match is over. I'm literally pressing the button like 4 times and they're already tapping out. Because the meter not only moves fast, it jumps. It almost like jumps with huge chunks of the bar is giving you. Where if you go in with a card with Space Invader, start the match, perform 1 finisher and then go for submission. You're going to be tapping the button and that meter is going to hardly move to the right. It's hardly going to move. But perform 2 or 3 more specials and signatures, you're going to see how fast that meter moves. Even though they have resiliency, they'll kick out of it or escape, hit another finisher or signature, and go for it again. And guaranteed, you're going to see how fast that moves and you're going to win your match. You're going to win your match. So I'm not going to say she doesn't have Space. No, she don't need Space Invader. No card needs Space Invader anymore. All these cards do the same thing. They submit their opponents the same way. And if you don't believe me, try my method. Really try my method. I did it for you in the video 3 times. Right in your face, back to back to back. 2 with females and 1 with males where I utilized Amethyst, Shelton Benjamin. And I proved it. I literally proved it. Seeing is believing. I didn't just tell you. I showed you. So that being said, this card right here, is this card worth going opening Nightmare of Champions packs and going for Sapphire Indy Hartwell to qualify for the challenge? I say yes. Is there going to be cards better than this in the future? Yeah. But this card is going to be like Shelton Benjamin. She's going to stand the test of time. See, Shelton Benjamin is still a great card. He's still my number 1 card in the game. He's still on my team. He's still on my team. This was the best reward we ever received. And if anybody missed out on it, like, I'm sorry, you missed out on the best card in the game. There's a reason that this card has Amethyst Flame animations coming up from the bottom. Because this card is lit. Lit by every sense of the word. His striking animation, his finisher is the fastest finisher in the game probably. His special's decent. It's like a reverse power slam. But his finisher is so overpowered, so quick. I don't even stun my opponent to perform his finisher. I just surprise him with it. Boom, I landed. One of the best cards in the game is right here. So this is me a YIM. I definitely put her not as good as Shelton Benjamin, but on that level where she's going to stand the test of time. She has great striking animations, great badges, great attributes. Yeah, this card, I would open, if I didn't have Indy Hartwell, I would open packs to get Indy Hartwell. I would be grinding Myfaction points right now to get enough Myfaction points to open as many Nightmare of Champions. I would even throw $20 on it or whatever. Like, I would throw cash to get this card. Yeah. I give this card a 9. Where Shelton Benjamin gets like a 10. No card is a 10, right? So we'll give Shelton Benjamin a 9.5. For her, I give her like a 9, a 8.5 or a 9, but definitely a strong 8.5/9. She's up there. As far as the females go, she's going to be one of the best female cards in the game, and she is going to stand the test of time. She's going to land till the end of the cycle of this game. You will still have her in your main roster. You will still have her in your faction, and you will have pink diamonds and diamonds all around her, but you will still use this card. And now sometimes when they release pink diamonds and diamonds, they don't even give them as good as badges as this card might have. They might give you a pink diamond Mia Yim, but she might not have like Sting like a B on tier 3. She might have it on tier 2 and then heavy-handed on tier 4. Look at the patterns. This card has a balanced set of badges. The only one is second win, which is on tier 1. But other than that, she's got all her badges balanced on the 3rd tier, which only one being higher the 4th. Unless they release a 5th, which I don't think they're going to do. So is this card worth going for? Is this card worth opening Indy Hartwell pack? Night of Champion packs to get Indy Hartwell, Sapphire Indy Hartwell? Yes. Yes. Grind. If you got Myfaction points, oh, you know, you don't have Indy Hartwell, you didn't get this card yet, I will go. Because you got, what, 2 days left? By the time you see this video is uploaded, you got to decrease a couple of hours from this. But you got, what, like 2.5 days left? Like, I wouldn't want to be. A lot of people missed out on Shelton Benjamin and regretted it. And Shelton Benjamin, it wasn't hit behind a paywall. Shelton Benjamin was just, you had to grind for Shawn Michaels, get that Shawn Michaels, use that Shawn Michaels for the Shelton Benjamin time. But the problem is a lot of people didn't get the Shawn Michaels because they didn't realize it was only 3 days, his event. And then when Shelton Benjamin popped up, his event was only 3 days. So you almost got the same amount of time. I will go hard for this in the artwork because you want to add this Mia Yim to your faction. This is going to be one of the best cards to play with. She's going to stand the test of time, trust me. She has great animations. Like she's the whole package. She don't have Space Invader, but you see how fast I just submitted my opponent. And I was doing it slowly so we could explore all her moves and really feel the card out. But if I wanted to play a match fast, do you want me to see it play a match fast? I'll do it for you. You know what I'm saying? I'll prove to you how good this card could be. I'll do a real match like if I was grinding for my faction points. Because I told you, like, on this channel, I want you to learn. I want you to be better at the game, and I want you. If you see anything that you could improve in my gameplay, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Because we got to help each other as a community. We stick together, and knowledge is power. And it's all about bringing knowledge to the table. So right here, I'm going to play like if I'm grinding for my faction points. Let's see how fast I can win with this meeting.
Across from them we see Dewdrop, Lita, Zoe Stark, and Rhea Ripley.
And trust is key to victory in a match like this. If you don't have a tag partner you can rely on, you might as well pack it in now. Hooked up, DDT.
This is going to go in. Just going to go in. I'm going to throw her to the corner for a second. She's going to do some taunts.
She's feeling it, and the WWE Universe is feeling it too.
Just to get my
Right to the gut.
speed up. Look at this. I mean, look at her animation. It's not only that, she's a fun card to play with. You know what I'm saying? She's a fun card to play with. She's got great reversals. Look at this whole thing. Come on. Come on, dude. Drop your ass right now. All right. Can I get to the top rope? I mean, look at these animations. Wouldn't you want to have this card in play that has these moves? It's going to be fun. And she's easy on the eyes. She's gorgeous. Come on. Look at this. This is crazy. Like, look at her range. Look at her range. It's crazy, her range. So here, remember I was telling you before, right? Watch this. I'm going to stun her. I'm going to stun her first. And I'm going to do my finisher, right? Because why? I have a special. But if I use that special, it's only going to build the finisher meter a little bit. Now, if I use the special with no finisher, I'll get a whole finisher. Not just a piece of it. So right here, I'm going to try to hit it with special, but I'm going to stun her first, right? Okay, we didn't get no reversal there, so we'll come in, we'll help out. I'm not going to handle business.
Scary pattern starting to form as that upper area takes more damage. Dewdrop wards that attack off. Look at this, going counter for counter. Great job refocusing to reverse that. And one more reversal. Talk about evenly matched here.
I will do that special.
My goodness.
I will get a finish. Even though we almost had a finish, I should have waited a little bit when I had the special. I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to stun her again.
Kick to the midsection. Sun's out. Into a powerbomb.
Stun her again.
Oh, quite an effective counter. Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire. Oh, God.
Now we're going to do a finisher, right? Now she's going to have resiliency, right?
Here we go again.
Finish. Boom. Now I'm going to go for... Look how fast the meter's going to move. Even though she's going to use resiliency, just look at how fast the meter moves. Even though she's using resiliency. See how fast it's moving? She's going to use resiliency. Now we're going to hit her with a finisher. Now when we get this finisher or special, whichever one we get first, we're going to go for another submission, and we should win the match right there. So we'll pick her up. I don't know what this one's on. Let's get out of her corner, because we don't want no cheesy tags, right?
Into the corner now. Oh, what a shot. And she's
Done,
gone after her opponent's corner a few times now. Could be one big move away.
I mean, look at these moves. Like, this is crazy. So right now we're going to hit her with our finisher. Hopefully we get it in time before the stun meter runs out. And we go. Now right here, she has no resiliency left. Now her teammates are going to come in faster with no space invader. You see what I mean? It's simple, bro. Like, I'm proving it right in front of your face. I mean, I don't know what more I could do. And she has no space invader. That's the way space invader is supposed to happen.
They went the extra mile in this win. I agree. What a win.
Shelton Benjamin is better than her, but for the female, she's on that level. She's on the Shelton Benjamin level. Just so you know. So if you like playing with female in your faction, I like to mix it up. I get bored with the guys, I go to the girls. I get bored with the girls, I go to the guys. It makes the game more fun. I'm not doing the same repetitious thing all the time. You know? And that's basically the way we handle business over here. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what more to tell you. Go for this card. You wanna showcase, you wanna review? Go for this card right here. You will not be disappointed. You just use it right. And you should be using every card right? From my gameplay, you will be learning. And I'll learn from your gameplay and your comments and your advice. If you see anything I could do better to improve the way I fight in the match, let me know in the comments. And I'll give you a shout out. And I'll spread it with all the viewers on the channel so we can all learn. That's what this is about. So that being said, don't forget to join my 400k VC giveaway. Again, I'll leave it in the description. I'll leave a link down below. Like I said in my Eddie Guerrero video, you probably saw that. If you're subscribing to my channel, I hope you did. But a lot of you are not entering the 400k VC giveaway properly. I need you to enter it properly. Because if I'm using the YouTube comment picker on that video, everything is linked to that one video. So you have to be subscribed to the channel. You have to like that video. And you have to comment what I'm telling you to comment in that video. On that video. Not any other video. Just that one. When I use the YouTube comment picker, it's going to be from that video. And if you get picked by the YouTube comment picker, you're going to win. But if you didn't do all 3 steps, you're going to be disqualified. So very important, key, that you do all 3 steps. Because if I have to disqualify you, I have to do another YouTube comment picker and we'll pick another winner. You don't want to be disqualified. So it's 3 steps to enter. Subscribe to the channel. Like that video. I'm going to leave in the description. I'll leave a link down below. And also comment on that video what I'm telling you to comment. Okay? So that being said, remember Jesus loves you. God bless. Thanks for riding with me. Until next time, 2K Pun. I'm out.